Pollock sisters, where the Pollock sisters reincarnated as their own younger siblings. Let's see. Death is so final, or maybe it's not. The concept of reincarnation, the belief that a soul can be reborn in a new body. Religions include Hinduism and Buddhism include reincarnation in their beliefs. And stories of second chances at life go back to ancient times. Like the concept of time travel, there is no definitive proof that reincarnation exists, but many stories of reincarnation offer strong evidence. Consider the case of twins Gillian and Jennifer Pollock, whose story is especially compelling. They are supposed reincarnations of their older sister who died in a car accident. The mysterious case of the Pollock twins point to the possibility of reincarnation, and believers often cite their story as proof of life after death. Whether or not the Pollock or their sisters reincarnated the twins, story makes for fascinating tale. Let's see what will happen in the mysterious stories. On May 5, 1957, 6-year-old Jacqueline Pollock and her 11-year-old sister Joanna walked ahead of their parents to church in Hexham, England, with their friend Anthony, aged 9. A car in the opposite lane hopped a curb and hit all the three of them. The driver, a woman under the influence of barbiturates and painkillers, killed Joanna and Jacqueline almost instantly. Anthony died en route to the hospital. Police later discovered the woman had intentionally hit the children. She was in danger of losing custody of her children due to her poor mental condition, and this likely played a role in her fateful decision. The court committed her to a psychiatric hospital. Although the death of the children devastated parents Florence and John Pollock, they soon learned they were having another baby. Florence gave birth to twins Jennifer and Gillian on October 4, 1958. Although the babies were identical twins, Jennifer had birthmarks that Gillian did not. This is extremely unusual for identical twins. Even stranger, one of Jennifer's birthmarks mimicked one of Jacqueline's. They both had a thumbprint shaped mark in the same place on their left hip. The second birthmark on Jennifer's forehead also seemed to mimic a scar Jacqueline had in the same spot. While mourning her daughter's death, Florence Pollock boxed up Jacqueline and Joanna's toys and stored them out of sight. Around the time Gillian and Jennifer turned 4, they started asking to have certain toys back without any knowledge of the deceased sisters. To Florence's surprise, the twins seemed to remember the toys as if they were their own. They correctly identified each one according to the names given to them by Joanna and Jacqueline, and divided the toys up exactly how their sisters once did. The twins also referred to Joanna and Jacqueline's toy as Santa's gift, which was true. The twins has the same personalities as their deceased sisters. Jennifer and Gillian shared personality traits with their older sisters. Joanna, for example, 4 years older than Jacqueline, was protective of her younger sister. Similarly, Gillian, a mere 10 minutes older than Jennifer, exhibited a more mature personality and often looked at after her twin. John and Florence Pollock also noted Gillian was more social and generous than Jennifer, qualities Joanna had as well. The twins reportedly also enjoyed the same food and games as their deceased siblings. Although the Pollock family moved 30 miles east of Hexham to Whiteley Bay shortly after Florence gave birth, the twins seemed to remember Hexham in detail. Even though they hadn't seen the building before, the twins appeared to recognize Joanna and Jacqueline's old school. The twins also remembered a playground their deceased sister loved and recognized and correctly named the Hexham Abbey, all without any previous knowledge of the area. In addition to birthmarks, Gillian and Jennifer shared other physical traits with Jacqueline and Joanna. Like Jacqueline, Jennifer had a stocky build, while Gillian was more slender like Joanna. People who knew the girls also noted they walked in similar ways to their deceased sisters. The girls even held their pencils the same way, while Gillian learned to write quickly without any teaching. Jennifer held her pencil in first like Jacqueline did and struggled with the writing for many years. Throughout their childhood, Jennifer and Gillian retained an intense fear of cars. Walking by a running vehicle sent them into a panic. Dr. Ian Stevenson had interest in reincarnation. He wrote about the Pollock twins in his book. So many persons consider the Pollock story a strong case for reincarnation. It's really mysterious.